The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 400.12, states that flexible cord shall not be used as a substitute for fixed wiring. This is a fundamental principle in electrical installations. The interpretation of this rule, however, can vary among authorities having jurisdiction or odds. A common interpretation is that a flexible cord can extend a maximum of 5 feet from an electrical box to connect a luminaire, such as a light fixture, or other equipment like a ceiling fan. This 5-foot limit is not explicitly stated in Section 400.12, but is a widely accepted practical guideline to prevent the misuse of flexible cords as permanent wiring solutions. It's crucial to understand that this is a general interpretation and not a rigid requirement in every situation. The NEC does provide exceptions where flexible cords can be used beyond this interpreted 5-foot limit. These exceptions typically involve specific conditions where the use of flexible cords is necessary or more practical than fixed wiring. One such exception is for wiring motors or other appliances that are not permanently connected to the building's fixed wiring system. In these cases, a flexible cord can be used to provide the electrical connection. However, there are specific requirements that must be met to ensure safety and compliance. Firstly, the flexible cord must be properly secured to the building wiring with a strain relief mechanism. This strain relief is crucial to prevent tension on the electrical connections within the box or the appliance. Without adequate strain relief, the conductors within the cord could be pulled loose, creating a potential fire hazard or causing the equipment to malfunction. Secondly, the flexible cord must not be subject to physical damage. This means that the cord should be routed in a way that prevents it from being crushed, pinched, or otherwise damaged by its environment. This could involve using conduit or other protective measures to shield the cord from potential hazards. Another instance where flexible cords are permitted is to extend the wiring to a receptacle that is not permanently connected to the building wiring. This is often seen in temporary power setups or in situations where a standard outlet is not readily available. Similar to the motor and appliance exception, there are specific requirements that must be followed. The flexible cord must be securely attached to the receptacle using a strain relief to prevent stress in the connections. The cord must also be protected from physical damage to ensure its integrity and prevent electrical hazards. It's important to note that even with these exceptions, the use of flexible cords should be approached with caution and a thorough understanding of the applicable codes and regulations. The AHJ has the final say in whether a flexible cord is acceptable in a particular application. They will consider the specific circumstances, the type of equipment being connected, and the overall safety of the installation. Consulting with the AHJ before using flexible cords in situations that fall outside the typical 5-foot rule is always a good practice. To summarize, while flexible cords can be useful in certain situations, they are not intended to replace permanent wiring. The general guideline is to limit flexible cord extensions to a maximum of 5 feet from the electrical box. However, exceptions exist for motors, appliances, and receptacles that are not permanently connected, provided that strain relief and protection from physical damage are implemented. Ultimately, the AHJ has the authority to determine the acceptability of flexible cord usage in any given application. When working with electrical systems, adherence to the NEC and local codes is essential. These codes are in place to protect people and property from electrical hazards. Failure to follow these codes can result in serious injury, property damage, and legal consequences. For those seeking clarification on flexible cord use, it is beneficial to understand the relevant sections of the National Electrical Code, specifically Article 400, which covers flexible cords and cables. This article details the permitted uses, restrictions, and construction requirements for flexible cords. Familiarizing yourself with these provisions will help ensure that your electrical installations are safe, compliant, and in accordance with industry best practices. Let's delve deeper into the specifics of flexible cord usage and the requirements outlined in the NEC. Firstly, it's crucial to distinguish between flexible cords and flexible cables. Flexible cords are typically used for connecting portable appliances, amps, and other equipment to a power source. They are characterized by the stranded conductors, which provide flexibility, and their outer jacket, which provides insulation and protection. Flexible cables, on the other hand, are generally used for more permanent wiring applications. They often have multiple conductors bundled together within a single jacket and may include grounding conductors for added safety. The NEC provides specific requirements for the types of flexible cords and cables that can be used in different applications. These requirements are based on the voltage, current, and environmental conditions of the installation. For example, some flexible cords are designed for use in dry locations only, while others are suitable for wet or damp environments. Selecting the appropriate type of flexible cord or cable is essential for ensuring safety and preventing electrical hazards. Another important consideration is the ampacity of the flexible cord or cable. Ampacity refers to the maximum amount of current that a conductor can carry safely without overheating. The NEC provides tables that list the ampacity of different types of conductors based on their size, insulation type, and installation conditions. It is crucial to select a flexible cord or cable with an ampacity that is sufficient for the load it will be carrying. Overloading a flexible cord or cable can lead to overheating, insulation breakdown, and potentially a fire. In addition to ampacity, the NEC also specifies requirements for the grounding of flexible cords and cables. Grounding is a critical safety measure that helps to protect against electric shock. Flexible cords and cables that are used to connect equipment to a power source must have a grounding conductor that is connected to the equipment's grounding terminal and the grounding system of the building. This grounding conductor provides a low-resistance path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and energizing the circuit. Proper grounding is essential for preventing electrical shock and ensuring the safety of electrical installations. The NEC also addresses the use of flexible cords and cables in specific locations such as hazardous locations and patient care areas. Hazardous locations are areas where flammable gases, vapors, or dust may be present, creating a risk of explosion or fire. Patient care areas are areas in healthcare facilities where patients are being treated and are particularly vulnerable to electrical shock. The NEC provides specific requirements for the types of flexible cords and cables that can be used in these locations to minimize the risk of electrical hazards. In hazardous locations, flexible cords and cables must be approved for use in those specific environments. This typically means that they must be intrinsically safe or explosion-proof, designed to prevent ignition of flammable substances. In patient care areas, flexible cords and cables must meet stringent requirements for grounding, leakage current, and insulation to minimize the risk of electrical shock to patients. Beyond the specific requirements for flexible cords and cables, the NEC also provides general guidelines for their installation and use. These guidelines cover topics such as strain relief, protection from physical damage, and proper termination. Strain relief is essential for preventing tension on the electrical connections within the cord or cable. This can be achieved by using strain relief connectors or by securing the cord or cable to a fixed object. Protection from physical damage is also crucial for ensuring the integrity of the cord or cable. This can be accomplished by routing the cord or cable in a way that prevents it from being crushed, pinched, or otherwise damaged by its environment. Proper termination is essential for creating a secure and reliable electrical connection. This involves stripping the insulation from the conductors, connecting them to the appropriate terminals, and tightening the connections securely. In summary, the NEC provides comprehensive guidelines for the use of flexible cords and cables in electrical installations. These guidelines cover topics such as permitted uses, restrictions, construction requirements, ampacity, grounding, and installation practices. By following these guidelines, electricians and other qualified professionals can ensure that their electrical installations are safe, compliant, and in accordance with industry best practices. When in doubt, always consult with the AHJ for clarification on specific requirements and interpretations of the NEC. The guidance is essential for ensuring the safety and compliance of electrical installations in your area. Furthermore, it's essential to stay updated on the latest revisions of the National Electrical Code. The NEC is updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology, industry practices, and safety standards. These updates can include new requirements, revisions to existing requirements, and clarifications of existing language. Staying informed about the latest NEC revisions is crucial for ensuring that your electrical installations are up to date and compliant with the most current safety standards. You can access the latest version of the NEC through the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, website. The NFPA also offers training and certification programs for electricians and other qualified professionals, helping them stay up to date on the latest electrical codes and standards. In conclusion, understanding the NEC guidelines for flexible cord use is crucial for ensuring safe and compliant electrical installations. While the general guideline is to limit flexible cord extensions to a maximum of 5 feet, exceptions exist for specific applications, such as connecting motors, appliances, and receptacles. However, these exceptions are subject to strict requirements for strain relief, protection from physical damage, and approval from the AHJ. By following the NEC guidelines and staying informed about the latest revisions, you can help to protect people and property from electrical hazards. Remember that electrical work should always be performed by qualified professionals who are knowledgeable about the NEC and local electrical codes. This will ensure that your electrical installations are safe, reliable, and in compliance with all applicable regulations. It is also important to consult with a qualified electrical engineer for complex electrical projects or when dealing with hazardous locations or patient care areas. Their expertise can help to ensure that your electrical installations are designed and installed in accordance with the highest safety standards.